I started a No Pan Left Behind journey towards the end of the year, technically counted it at the beginning of this year, and I realized that I have not let y'all know what palettes I've hit No Pan Left Behind in, what I've accomplished so far, so that's what we'll be doing today. Like I mentioned, I did start this probably late November, because then I was recently getting back into makeup and posting and kind of feeling in the mood for it after my little almost year-long hiatus. Every single new palette that I like to add to my collection or in my possession, I like to create 4 looks off of it, as well as hit No Pan Left Behind, meaning make sure I touch every single shade in the palette at least once. Twice or more is totally fine, but the goal is to make sure every shade is used. Most of these are from my monthly focus palettes, which if you're not keeping up with that, I will link it down below if you want to give it a view. And some of these other palettes I don't think I've ever talked about or showed y'all, and this video will not include looks because that would take a whole nother year to get through. If you want daily makeup looks, I do post those on Instagram, which my link is, or my handle is down below in the description as always. I will be starting off with my official unofficial Pan That palette, as well as something that I am working on all year round. And I also have a quick updated video on this, on how it's going. If that video is up, I will link it down below. If not, stay tuned, it's definitely coming. But that is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. Now, I've touched every single palette, I've touched every single shadow in this palette. I'm still working on this, I'm still using it, I'm still enjoying it. My goal is to hit each shade 10 times, and I am working pretty well on it. I accomplished the No Pan Left Behind. Next palette that I also accomplished my No Pan Left Behind goal, which I will try not to repeat because that's the whole premise of this video. This one was featured in my January focus palettes, my BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin. I apologize for this reflective, jarring packaging. It is a headache to look at. Cool tone, it was fitting for January. My goal for that monthly focus palette challenge. Such a long name for it. I don't know why I called it such a long name. But I make sure that I use all the shades in every single palette. I make sure that I combine this with all of my other palettes that I select in that month, and also try to, if I feel like it, combine this with other palettes in my collection. But I mark all the shades if I've used them with a little red dot next to them with a little Sharpie. So yeah, I mean, this was accomplished. Such amazing quality, such a joy to use this every single time. I am just always amazed at how great this is. Next palette is also from BH Cosmetics. This is the Passion in Paris palette. This one I believe was selected for February. Again, same thing, amazing quality, amazing palette, amazing time. I had such a joy using this. Like I mentioned, I make sure that I mark every shade that I have used with a little red dot Sharpie so that I can physically see all of these shades that I have used and not used, and then I still mark it on my sheet just because I like to physically see it there along with all the other ones. But I go more in depth and show you more looks with any of these palettes, and if I have videos on them, I will link them down below. Next palette is my Wet n Wild Lights Off palette. This one was selected for January and is also on my chopping block for my whole chopping block series as well, which is linked down below. Any and all corresponding videos, extra watching that you want to see is down below. And this one, again, I won't go into too much detail, but I was trying to figure out if I wanted to keep it or not. It is staying in my collection. I really enjoyed this one. I find that these tones are lacking in my collection. I talk more about the shades that I use. I go more in depth in my chopping block. And then I also just show you all of the looks that I used this palette in a given look in that video. So that one, I believe, is coming soon. Depending on when this video is up. Not so sure when, but definitely look out for it. Next palette, this one was also selected for January's monthly focus palette challenge. This is the Paisley Hoot from Singe Beauty. Absolutely in love with this palette, one of my favorites. Can't get enough of it, such good quality, such a joy to use. And I also realized that I didn't mark this one up either, showing y'all that I used every single shade. But on my sheet, I 100% did, because when I got this, I did 4 looks with it, and then in January, I paired this with all my other palettes, and I got so much more use off of this. Next palette is one that will not be featured for another couple of months, probably towards we get into summertime. And this is one that I've been kind of working off camera. It is my Glamlight and Michaela palette. This one is the one I got off secondhand because of Halie from Halie Fragrance here on YouTube. I'm definitely not completely sure how I feel about it yet. I want to get a couple of more looks off of this to get an idea. I did complete 4 looks. I did, create some very beautiful looks off of this. But there were some shades in here that I'm kind of on the fence about. If I'm like, maybe I need to use it a certain way, maybe I need to manipulate it, or just, practice more with it. But these shades are just beautiful, and this one is just so bright, so fun, and will be perfect for summertime when that time is here. The next palette is my Udenzai and Solmani 2 palette. This one was selected for last month, March's focus palettes, and y'all know I ranked this one first in my ranking video, part 1. Absolutely love this palette. This one brings so much joy for me. I have a blast using this. Like, this formula is incredible. Shimmer formula is incredible. Some of these more sheer, lighter shimmer shades definitely need a little bit of help with glitter glue, but it's not a problem at all. I just really enjoy, like, every single time I open this up, like, the feeling of this, and then just opening it up, and I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to see what I create with this and pair, and just such a blast, such a blast. Next palette is my Revolution True Icon palette. This one is the first palette purchase I bought last year when I came back into makeup, and this one is a dupe for a Patrick Ta. Again, I am saying this over and over because I never bothered to Google and correct myself, but I'm pretty sure it's Major Dimensions 2 palette. The whole warm tone that looks exactly like this. I am sorry for the mirror, the reflectiveness. But this one, absolutely love, and we will be seeing this in the Morphe time for that monthly challenge thing. But this one, oh my gosh, it impressed me beyond words could even impress me. Previously had such terrible experience with Revolution quality. I know that they bought out BH when they went out of business. Now I'm not so sure, I cannot confirm. Or has anyone figured out if this is BH quality or Revolution is just really, you know, one-upping their own previous quality. But this one is just scrumptious and just, oh, I just cannot get enough of these toasty tones, and I love them so much. Next palette is my ColourPop and collaboration with Bratz, the Girls the Night Out palette. This one as well, I had it out for March for my birthday month because obviously I love Bratz. I had to use it for my birthday month. I talk more about this and show y'all, of course, more looks. So that'll be in the description box. But this one, it's so much fun. There's so much like different ways you can go with this one. There are some more like glitter textures in here. There's more like the sequin shades in here. But this one, I have a blast wearing this one. Feels just so put together when I wear this. And yeah, I cannot get over just the fact that it's Bratz also, but this one is really good for being ColourPop quality as well. Next palette is another ColourPop. I think the next couple of ones are going to be from ColourPop. This is the monochromatic, it's my pleasure palette, the purple one. One of my absolute favorite monochromatic series palettes from them, because it's purple, because it matches my name, but just because every single look I get out of this, I love purples on me. I think they match so well, and they bring out my brown eyes and like all the different like halo colors in them as well. And it's just like, oh, it's just, how can you not want to use a color you love so much so many times? But I believe this one was pulled out for February, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. But yeah, I mean, this was also really easy to No Pan Left Behind because of how small of a palette it is, and then just how much joy it brought me to bring back out and use again. Next one is the Orchid Do Not one, and this is the more plummy, more nighttime, deeper, smoky, purpley tones. This one was perfect for January when I brought it back out because it was still, you know, cooler tones, and it could still go with the month and the season. Also very easy when No Pan Left Behind because of how small and compact it is, and because I had always dipped into these two for some reason. I guess these two are my most used and loved shades out of this. You'd think a shimmer would be, but those mattes end up being the one. But this one is, I don't know why I couldn't finish that sentence and I had to interrupt my own self, but I like this palette and I am very much happy that it got used. Not like it was severely neglected, but you know, it definitely got used again. The next one is the Dream Street with Kathleen Lights collaboration. This is another really old one. So yeah, this one is definitely neglected, and this one definitely got used. And in the month of March, I had a blast using this one. Surprisingly, the quality is still there. It is still performing very well. Of course, I go into more detail in that. But yeah, this one still is a good palette. I enjoyed it. I had fun. And thankfully got touched and used, because it has probably been at least 2, if not 3 years that I have brought it back out. I keep neglecting it, but it just reminds me to, you know, use my palettes, experiment, and have fun at the end. Because the next palette is one that I am working on off camera. I just finished No Pan Left Behinding this one. No Pan Left Behinding? I just finished my No Pan Left Behind goal on it. I think that's the correct wording on that one. Today with this eye look, so I am wearing this palette on my eyes today. And this one won't be featured until Christmas time. But this is my Give Me Glow Christmas Morning palette. I just absolutely love packaging. Like, I wanted this palette for the packaging, but also because I wanted to try Give Me Glow brand. And y'all, let me just say, we're gonna have some real good things to say in December. I will tell you that right now. But this one, we can easily tell how quickly it was to get through all of the shades, because there's only 8 shades in here. The pan size is humongous though, so it'll take me till death to even pan or finish these shadows. But in case you're wondering, on the eyes, I'm wearing Milk and Cookies, Stocking Stuffers, Cozy Fire, and Santa Sleigh on in this palette. And yeah, I will just tell you right here, right now, I am impressed with this. Next palette, actually our second to last palette, is the Delancey Olive Earth one. And this one, I believe, was brought out for March. This is my, like, monochromatic-esque green palette, but this one has more cooler green tones than I have in some of my other palettes. But this palette, oh my gosh, I enjoy this every single time. I absolutely love using Sprout Green and Lovebird and these shimmers are just so good. Had a blast using this one. This one brought so much smile to my face. I definitely show you all the looks that I used this palette in, and I talk more about it in the video, but just really quickly, I absolutely enjoy this one. And the last palette that I hit my No Pan Left Behind goal is my Care Beauty with You palette. This one was featured in a No Pan Left Behind style also a couple years ago, back in 2024, for a deck of panning prompt. Of course, it was easy to do because of the 8 shades in here, so it's a very compact, small palette, but it's still packs punch, is still performing great. Not that it is super old to be curious about that, but this one is so easy to just grab the whole palette and use all the shades at once, which I think at one point I did, but yeah, I enjoy this palette for it being browns, neutral browns. It is easy to apply on the eyes and then match like any sort of duochrome, multichrome shadow on top, and you know, just manipulate the colors and mix and match and things like that. But yeah, I enjoyed that. That concludes my No Pan Left Behind journey as we are approaching 3-4 months into the year. I hope to update y'all again when I have another huge stack of them worthwhile talking. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.